Good morning, children's. It's your old pal Brian. It's I don't know what day it is. No, I do. It's Thursday, and don't know what the day's date is. But it's about 38 degrees. I know that. Let's take off here. It's a beautiful day. Cold as it is, it's still beautiful. I do not want to send this thing into the drink. But shout outs real quick before I forget. Shout outs to the Rowdies. And of course, my perennial single fan, Dale, and my other perennial single fan, Renfield. Always good chatting with you, and I know you got stuff going on, but it sounds like you can work it through. I'm just glad you got power back. Holy crap. Where to begin? Just beautiful day. Had to get up at 3 a.m. My wifey is enjoying, hopefully starts tomorrow, her 50th class reunion. 50th class reunion. And a small class, about, I don't know, let's say 75 folks, and quite the number of them, like 38 or so, will be joining her. So that's pretty neat. Super happy for wifey about that little tidbit, that they're going to have 2/3 of their class is still with us to enjoy. What else? Oh man, my neighbor, the folks that went with us to Alaska, he fell off his ladder yesterday and broke L4 and L5 lumbar. Lost sensation for a bit, but was able to recover. Is in the hospital as we speak, and they're going to determine whether he needs to probably get a rod or not. There are things called slide out toppers on our rigs, and they what they end up doing is covering the slide out. They're a type of awning, and excuse me, I'm so sorry, I have terrible allergies today. Well, what he was going to do was replace those awnings before his next road trip, and in doing so, he inadvertently fell off his ladder and lost sensation, and his wife decided, rightly so, to call 911. So, Godspeed, Jerry, and I hope you get to feeling better. What else? It looks like in my box over there, there's a box inside the office where my new skylight made it in, and I'll be doing surgery on my stuff in the coming days, looking to see if I can't replace that skylight. And in that same vein, I went ahead and made the decision that I'm going to cough up an enormous amount of money and have that roof redone next season. RV Flex Armor will be the vendor, and we'll get that done. This thing's out of trim. I have both of my airplanes in the rig, and after I kind of play around out here a bit, I'm going to go probably take those airplanes for a little fly. Is what I'm thinking. In my hot rod Lincoln. What else? Lawyer's daughter got married off. This place was the sliver that didn't get really screwed with that bad, and they had the roads clear literally within a day. vendors are asking you to come spend your money up here. There's a billboard, actually an electronic billboard out there that's asking people to please come to Brevard and all these other communities. They need the money. Visitors pay for their school system. And they're seeing a loss right now. So yeah, that's happening. All right, there'll be more babble and drivel here in a bit. Hello everybody, it's Brian. Oh, this just reminded me, I actually, let's see if I've got a little debris on here. I have used my 360 cam that was not gifted to me, but sold to me by my buddy Steven. Actually, that was a quid pro quo for him. But anywho, the long and short of it is that I drug that thing all over Europe, just all over the place, and used it just, I mean, walking through France and I mean, just all the cool stuff that I was able to do with that 360 cam, walking through Stonehenge. And I have it set up on my, it's not really a tripod, and I need to remember that, out at camp. And oh, the wind blew it over and scratched the lens. Now you can send it off, and 120 bucks later it'll be fixed. Or you can try to grind the coating off of the lens. And I think for one lens, I can't remember. Anyway, 120, 140 bucks later, your $200 camera will be sent back to you. I don't know if I'm going to participate in that or not. But you can get this high-end grit, the very same grit they used on my headlights on my truck, and grind that off. So I'm thinking about doing that and just seeing what the difference is. If it looks like it's just terrible, I'm out $9 in a $15 double off brand Dremel tool that I'm getting from Amazon to use here in my rig. But yeah, worst case is I gotta buy a new lens and have our good people at GoPro put it back together for me. We're gonna go get out in the sun. I wish this thing was big enough to put a camera on. I didn't want the military version of the MD300 because I like the fire rescue scheme. However, it had a weapons pod on it, and I could have used that damn thing to put a camera on. I saw one guy do something similar. He put actually too big a camera on it. Yeah, so there's that. There are no bearings, according to those who know, on this little helicopter. It's just bushings, and they require a little shot of oil every now and again, what I hear, to reduce toilet bowl effect. So we shall see how that goes. Yeah, I think she needs love again when it comes to trim, but I'm not going to dick with it because I do have a little breeze coming from my left, so more often than not I'm incorrect about this. It's nice having all this room. So welcome back again to my foolish little channel. I have an MD 300 sitting at my house as we speak. Oh, I can review. Wife is back home, just about 600 miles from here, and she will be enjoying her 50th class reunion. She just reported that she got home. It's funny because from my house or to here, that is Asheville International or Regional, it's about 600 miles. And when they fire up that airplane and they fly it from Asheville to back home, it takes 57 minutes. So just imagine that the damn thing's going almost the speed of sound, working its way to back home. It's stupid. Oh man. And before they get the drink cart out, it's time, or just about the time they run the drink cart, it's time to land. Oh, this is kind of fun because I really never got to play with this away from all kinds of stuff. You know, doing things with it. There you go. It might not need trimming. This is the wind, I can tell. It's so light, you know, it's sub 250, you know. Let's make sure that I have battery. Look at that, blinking already. I don't like that. Huh. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, it's blinking. Yeah, I might not have charged them all up. I need to have a little bit better discipline when it comes to charging these things. Back in a flash. And I'm back with another battery. In theory, it'll be a fresh battery. Let's do this. I'm gonna get a cheesecake video of this thing. Lovely. It looks like the community center has done pretty much everything it needs to do, and is sitting idle at the moment as far as help goes for the locals. I should be able to garner some type of still photo out of this. Nice, you know, it's big enough out here where I can kind of practice nose ends and that sort of thing. You know, I've been away from helicopters for so long. Yeah, they've got it cleared out up here really well. And the wind's coming from my back. And by wind, I mean just a tiny little breeze. Okay. So where are we at? Got to put a new skylight in my rig. There's a tree fell over on one of the major highways, and I did not see the branches hanging out. Hit me at 13 feet, smoked my skylight. I have a new skylight waiting on me as we speak. I'm going to wait until wife gets back to go up and down the rig, particularly in light of what happened to Jerry. I just actually cautioned Jerry about getting up on a ladder, and that you know, we're old and we don't need to be getting up on ladders anymore. I garner no joy in the I told you so stuff. I just think it's a cautionary tale moving forward. If he, you know, gets out of this without any type of permanent sciatica or anything like that, that there needs to be two of us there doing any type of lateral work. That's beautiful. I mean, I think it's funny because I've watched about every video on this, and just everybody says the same thing. You know, it's amazing scale. I mean, this thing is like $53 to the door. Yeah. I have this little turbine oil that I'll probably, either that or I'll just go ahead and just start buy a bunch of new bushings for this. That's probably what I should do. I gotta make a little purchase anyway from our friends at AliExpress. Yeah, that should be a really nice thumbnail. Anywho, yeah, don't need to be doing stuff like that anymore. Climbing up on ladders, and yeah, just all bad. Wifey is at her reunion. Me and the dog are being bachelorette. Dale is enjoying the company of some absolutely exquisitely beautiful women. Holy crap. I like to describe humans as the following: those who hear the music on the elevators and those who don't. Those who tire of seeing the ocean if they're at the ocean, and those who don't. And then those who tire of seeing the mountains and those who don't. I never, ever tire of seeing the mountains or hearing the music or seeing the beach. That wind's from behind me. But yeah, I've seen all the videos out there we're seeing from Brian Phillips RC, who, you know, I guess he should be proud of whatever station he is in his life. But I watched one of his videos and he's bragging on his 16-foot ceilings and acreage. Halfway bragging. What he says is you don't have to have 16-foot ceilings. You look back at his freaking monstrous house. You don't have to have acreage to enjoy this, and I guess he's right. But, you know, something to be said for humbleness. Look at that thing. It's just beautiful. And yes, there's almost no skill involved in flying them, but that's kind of the beauty in it. It really is. Yeah, lovely. Got one more of these at home, burn up. Actually, the part is coming in today. They give me $1 off for having a late arrival. Yeah, one of the things that people hate about these is that it's 3 weeks from China typically. Okay, let's try to land it properly this time. We'll go get the airplane. So I got a friend of mine, Lynn, who's out in Arizona as we speak. I'm trying to get him into RC. Yeah, I didn't land on the mat. This thing doesn't allow for precision hardly. Might fly this again. I think I'll leave it. But I'm trying to figure out what best to get Lynn involved in. I like helicopters because you can just fly them anywhere. You can fly them out in front of your trailer when you're in Maine. You can fly them wherever you want. But yeah, he and I need to talk because I've got a radio for them. My Tyrannus, I just don't use it anymore, and I'm probably never going to use it because if it fails, I'll just buy a Zorro, you know. Well, I don't think you need to be here with me on this walk, so I'll be right back. Another shout out to who it appears has just got 5 days off, and not the hard way, you know. 5 days off for from work. I don't know any of the logistics about it and what he's going to do with his newfound freedom, but I'm all happy for him for being off. Yeah. So I'm buying a $15 Dremel tool from our friends at Amazon, and I'm supposing that it'll be okay. Everybody that bought it liked it, and hundreds of people bought it. What else? So hi Rowdies, hi Virginia Bareback Boy, Renfield, I don't know, Halifax? You watch my videos? Who else? I don't know. To all the lovely people that are kind enough to spend time with me, and there's not that many. You know, I mean, the world's a big place. Oh my goodness. And people have so much to choose from. I like to repeat what I'm going to share with you because it's cool as hell, but the bottom line is that I think YouTube is one of the most important things to mankind since the Salk vaccine, the 3-inch drywall screw. You know, these things are so amazing, just amazing. YouTube University, anything you are doing, going to do, are doing, have done, or going to do, somebody did it and they put it on YouTube. And that is incredible.
Telemetry lost.
It really is. I'm trying to turn my little camera on, so bear with. See if I can do this.
Telemetry recovered.
I think that my little camera has jammed up. Is there anything I can do to fix this? Yes. All right, I'll be back. And I'm back. My little SQ12 camera has an obnoxious tendency to, while charging, turn on and run itself out of battery or memory storage. And as such, renders my little camera worthless. Well, I realized that when I went to turn it on, it was giving me an error message.
Telemetry recovered. Throttle active.
Let's make sure I got control surfaces. Yay, high five. Taking off. So, yeah, you know, I'm annoyed at myself. At the campground, there's just enough room to fly if I knew how to like hover and stuff, like Adam from the British guy. Ooh, what is my settings on? Oh, we're good. It's just been so long since I've flown. It's been months and months. So, I always threaten to take that miserable center vibration and beep off because I don't need it on this. See if I can get a decent thumbnail out of this. I whacked it. Yeah, you'll be hearing that beep the whole time. You're welcome. Anywho, trying to get my buddy involved in flying. You know, every time I got a little breeze going here. Every time I stick my puddle star in this one up for any type of storage, I end up losing the O-ring that holds the prop saver. You know, prop saver holds the prop on.
Throttle active.
Taking off. And I remember Adam Skidoo from YouTube talking about a silicone version of this, proper silicone that doesn't degrade. And I sent him a note asking him about it, but he's got a bride who's ill, and I think he's going through the joys of illness with a loved one. This will be a long video. This thing will take all night. Well, speaking of which, it just occurred to me that the community center has their shindigs on Fridays, and that's tomorrow. And I'm gonna walk my happy ass up here, stag, and enjoy music and food from the locals. What else? Yeah, great wedding. You know, I typically tend to avoid weddings. Oh, I don't know where my plane is. There it is, right in the sun. I tend to think they're the same, weddings and funerals. They're abysmal. My wife and I are, that's not completely true. There's a bunch of people in my life that are enjoying long marriages, so I need to acknowledge that. But weddings and funerals I typically don't go to anymore. My lawyer sent me a note last year and said, my baby daughter is getting married and I sure would like it if you'd show. So we did, and speaking of funerals, it was neat because I've been in the lawyer's life for 30 years now, and his family and extended family are just lovely, and I kind of think of them as my family. Renfield will appreciate my take on this. So here's how this works. I have a small family. On my side, everybody's dead and gone, and if they aren't dead, they're pieces of crap, and I don't want anything to do with them. Yep. There's our similarity. So, excuse me, it's me, my wife, son, and dog. That's it. And everybody else is dead and gone on that side. And then on my wife's side of the family, she used to have a large family, but they're all dead and gone. So my observation was, as I move around the state with the agency that I used to work for, it occurred to me that my blood kin really, you know, there's not many of them, and the ones that are cool, like my mother-in-law and father-in-law, you know, and my dad and mom, you know, they were fine. And but what ended up happening was my friends became, and I knew this as a young man, my friends became more important to me than family. I'd see them every day, and I relied on them more than family, and yeah, so.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
So my lawyer is like my brother. He's he hired on as a reservist about 30 years ago for the agency, and we had reservists, and the significance of them is they would work for the agency for free, and they would be a wildlife officer just like me. As long as they were working with a wildlife officer, they had the same police powers, same uniform, same protections. Landing.
Throttle hold.
So my buddy became my sorry guys, my reservist over time, and additionally he became a longtime friend, like a brother. And we just have got along famously for 30 years. I'll tell you what, this will be interesting to those who are interested, but we've been friends
Telemetry lost.
for
Telemetry
probably
recovered.
more than 30 years now. And we've never had
Telemetry
words.
lost.
And I think the significance of that is that you know, we've differed in ideals on things, but as my wife was fond of saying, you don't have to say
Switch
everything
warning.
you think.
0 volts.
And
Throttle hold.
I like that.
Flaps at middle rates. Stabilization on.
I like that a lot, because the truth is you don't have to say everything you think, and alienating people in your life just because you have some bullshit opinion is not
Battery critical.
necessarily
Low
the way to
battery,
go.
2.
This is
Battery critical.
now what is that about?
Battery critical. 0 volts. Telemetry lost.
Something not plugged in. What do we got going here?
Battery critical. Low battery. 2. Telemetry recovered.
No, it didn't get flooded.
Battery critical. Throttle active. Throttle active.
Huh.
Battery
Let me
critical.
troubleshoot this. Back in a minute. Well, the puddle star is not behaving. Somehow it's lost its bind. So I'm going to
0 volts.
need to play with it a bit to get it going. And I will not do that this morning. I'll do that back in the house. I was behaving similarly, but it's me.
Volts. Switch warning. Throttle active. Flaps at middle rates. Stabilization on.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what happened. May have to just simply rebind it. So reviewing from the review, might slip out here tomorrow evening, and yeah, I think I will. And have dinner here and some entertainment, and then yeah, I'll have to make dinner for myself. Yeah, I got to figure out what's wrong with my puddle star. It's actually a hassle to rebind them damn things, because you have to have the button pushed and then turn their power on simultaneously. I guess I could have made a switch years ago. Yeah, Dale, congratulations on enjoying a bunch of heifer herding. Congratulations, Renfield, on getting the power back. Thinking about our pals over at the Rowdies, and pleased they were able to enjoy my blatherings and trips. Been very lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I don't really have anything planned the rest of the day. I do need to lay hands on my skylight that's in the office over there at the RV park. Gosh, it sucks. They don't have anybody camping here hardly, which is nice for me, but not good for them. I miss this thing. I tell you, if you only had one plane, this would be the one, at least for me, because you can do anything with it. You can act the fool, and it does just fine. And if you act the fool too much, you get some glue and put it back together and fly it some more. Oh, I did not reset my, I need to sit down on my radio. I don't know if I have the discipline to do that today. I need to take this center beep out. I need to make this some type of live timer, so every time you fly it some more, it resets. I don't think I'm enjoying that right now. No, that could be. Lost orientation briefly. What is going on with my, it's an unplugged plug is what I think. My puddle star. Starting to get a little breezy. Well, in an effort to prevent me from getting burnt out, I'll fly this battery and then go home and compile this and edit it. Edit, wink, wink, nod, nod. Homie don't hardly edit anything. Then Ellie got sick in the night. She's eating something she wasn't supposed to, cat poop or whatever. I saw her do it the other day. And by sheer happenstance, the same night we had to get up to take wifey to the airport, Ellie was enjoying a GI issue, we'll say. So she's what they call MPO. She's without food. That's not completely true. She's without food. She's able to take in fluids until I'll probably mid-afternoon. I'll go ahead and feed her. So yeah, I need to put a skylight on. I'll wait until next week. My wife's around, and I'll.
30 seconds.
One of the things I'm smart enough to do is try to make 100% certain that
20 seconds.
my wife knows that I'm climbing up on the rig. And the other thing I'm doing is whatever tools I need for the job, I'm trying to pre-plan for.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So I'm not
3, 2, 1. Timer 1 elapsed.
freaking having to get up and get down from the rig all the time, which you do not want to do. So fun. My thought process was to buy, there's a slightly bigger one than this, that something similar that Steven has, and I was going to gift myself that for Christmas, and then I'm like, I discovered through Renfield, oddly enough, and many thanks, by the way. If I haven't made that clear, thank you for corrupting me with these new little helicopters. Holy crap. They're just amazing. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll figure out why my puddle star is not binding to the radio. See if power's getting to it. All right, I have probably eked out the extra 2 minutes out of this thing. Landing. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully you'll make it through all this blather, and in the night this will all upload. I think they're cooking over there at the community center. Holy crap, it smells good. Alrighty. See you tomorrow.